Hi, it's Shaped by Kate. Today we're going to shape up our hips by doing a super simple basic hip opening yoga flow. Really short and sweet. Just if you have maybe some tight or stiff hips, let's start at the top of our mat. Take an inhale to exhale, settle in. And then on that next breath out, tuck your chin. Roll down, find a forward fold. Let that upper body hang heavy off the hips. Again, if you're feeling really stiff, bend the knees generously. Almost let your tummy fall into your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. If you're feeling really stiff, find palms to your thighs or just below your knees. Gaze is to the floor. Inhale, I almost want you to think about reaching that crown of the head forward. And as you exhale, slowly press your belly to your thighs. Chest towards your knees, round the shoulders. Let that head fall heavy. And then plant your hands to the floor. Bend your knees in order to do so. Let's step our right foot back. Find a low lunge. If you don't like your knee on the ground, then you can always let it hover off the earth. Sweep your hands to the sky. Find a high lunge. Now our hips are shooting forward, so we're more in this half split. If you wanted to come more to your tailbone reaching towards the earth, you can find that instead. Okay, then go ahead and reframe that front foot. Sweep your left hand around your foot, heel toe that foot to the outer edge of your mat. Again, you can set that back knee down, uncurl the toes, or keep it hovering off the ground. Find an easy lizard pose. If hands to the earth feels a little bit tender for that inner thigh, you can add blocks, a blanket, or a pillow underneath your hands. Maybe rock side to side. Good. Pick up your back knee if it's on the ground. And for some of us, we can sweep that foot back into three-legged dog. If that tends to be a little bit sticky, then just slide that foot back or even heel toe your foot into your first downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Good, then let's shift forward, find any variation of a plank pose. Exhale, lower down to the earth. And cradle your head in the backs of your hands. On your inhale, I want you to slide your knee and the inner thigh to the left side of your mat, finding a half frog pose on our bellies. And just breathe into this pose. If you're not quite feeling that stretch, then you will feel it about after 5 to 8 rounds of breath. Again, you can also bring that knee higher and just settle in. Send that breath towards your inner leg and your inner hip. Notice if you tend to scrunch up your core or your opposite hip as you're in this pose. Good, let's bring it back to our hands next to our chest. Slide that left leg back next to the right. Inhale, let's find just a little cobra pose. Exhale to lower down. Come through tabletop to downward facing dog. Then we started with stepping our right foot back. This time, let's step our right leg forward. So inhale, sweep right foot to the sky. Sweep it forward. Find a low lunge. Sweep your arms to the sky. Decide if you want more of that half split or just your typical lunge. Arms are either reaching to the sky, or another option is to have arms on that leg. Remember, even if you typically do advanced yoga flows, maybe you're taking this beginner flow just to find a simple rest day, or just take a break from your day-to-day life. Good. On your exhale, frame that right foot. Step your right hand over to the left heel, toe your right foot over to the edge of your mat. Find your lizard pose. Roll the shoulders back. Press your chest forward. Add in any props if you need that extra lift. Rock side to side. And then on your inhale, lift your back knee. Step or heel toe that foot. And then slide it back to your downward facing dog. So we're feeling a little bit more stretched out, so maybe you drive your heels closer to the earth. Inhale, shift forward, find your plank pose. Find any variation. And lower down to the earth. Relax your hands, set them in front of your forehead. And then inhale, bend your right knee, slide it to the outer edge of your mat. Your inner thigh, inner calf, and inner foot are touching the ground. And you're letting your body hang heavy into the earth. So each inhale to exhale, you're sinking deeper into your yoga mat. So even for those who maybe feel a little bit more flexible, again, if you're not quite feeling this pose, even just holding this hip opener is really great for the hips, just because we tend not to do this pose in our everyday life. So it's just great practice for your hip and your femur bone to practice that hip opening exercise. Good, go ahead and inhale, bring that leg back to center, palms next to the chest. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, shift through tabletop to come to your downward facing dog. And then let's find that first pose again. So as we step to our forward fold, notice how straight your legs and arms are. I'm going to take your right step just a half step, drive your heel down. You can bend your knee as generously as you're able. Now step the left foot, followed by the right. Maybe you're starting to round the spine. Keep stepping forward, taking as small as steps as you're able. Eventually finding that forward fold, release the hands. Tuck the chin. Think about belly pressing to thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Roll the shoulders back. Can sort of rock forward and back on the heels and the balls of your feet. Notice if that adds any tension to your hamstrings. Good, then exhale to fold. This time in your fold, I want your hands to come to the backs of your legs. As you exhale, just gently press against the legs, pulling your upper body closer to your lower body. Good, release the hands. Inhale, roll up to standing to finish off this practice. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe take this moment to close your eyes. Let's find our honoring pose. Bring our hands to heart center. Take this moment to send gratitude towards yourself for finding this practice to find movement. And bow forward as respect and gratitude. Namaste.